What is everybody? Welcome to Truth and Transparency. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Where is JLR? JLR has literally been in Tucson for over a month. And he has no intentions on coming back home. Check it out. This was this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. JLR investigates, boots on the ground. Nancy Guthrie's home. Come on in. A lot to talk about. Come on in, folks. Out front of the home of Nancy Guthrie. Day 35. 35 days. She's still not been found. We're back. We will be back each and every day. We're all in this together. Where is Nancy Guthrie?
We are all in this together. Where's Nancy?
We're all in this together. I'm setting things up, distributing this across platforms, across cyberspace. Good morning. I see a lot of the regular faces.
I see a lot of the regular faces. I see a lot of the 30,000 regular faces. I fucking love him. God, I literally did this live for the purpose of, you know what? I want to do a check-in with JLR. I think we should send him a lunchgram. I literally want to send him like an escort, but not a sexual one, just like, one to hang out with him, just like a companion buddy,
Might be a good morning for you, but one family is suffering, and that is the family of Savannah Guthrie. Nancy, 84 years old.
So this morning, JLR did not go to Starbucks. JLR went to McDonald's.
09. So yes, each and every morning, for me out here in Arizona, get up 4 o'clock, 4:30, instantly pick up X and see, hey, what's going on? Suspect, perp, get caught. But usually with
JLR says he's getting up at 4:30 every morning.
My phone doesn't blow up all night. The perp's not caught yet because I have a safety measures and mechanisms placed on my phone. If something centered around Nancy Guthrie that breaks, arrested, there's keywords, the phone blows up. You can do that, right? You can put keywords, and if keywords circulate on a particular case, it blows your phone up. It starts going, it starts blowing up. So, good morning. We also have Red Bull. So we have coffee and Red Bull. Look cold.
He's got coffee. He's got Red Bull. Okay. God, try to keep up with him. Coffee, Red Bull. Woo. Yes. I love JLR. He is very entertaining during this sad case. Yes. And he doesn't know that he is. He doesn't try to be. It is just what it is, right? Let's see. Some more here.
Red Bull mixed with coffee. So it's pretty good. So we're still here. We're not going anywhere as of now. I do think, however, some of the media outlets that have been out here since the beginning stages, they might be packing up next week if this case is not solved. If there's no resolution here by next week, I think some media outlets are leaving.
I thought they already left.
Leaving.
Newsflash.
What does that all mean?
So I want to take us to take a look, guys. We're going to go back here. If you go to JLR's channel, you just click on his little head and you can go right here. And I want you guys to go to, he has a store. I don't know where it's at. Live videos. How can I get to your, let's see, posts? If you go to JLR's store, JLR Army VIPs, thank you for your loyalty and support. This one's for you. 15% off all merch, exclusive for JLR members only. I'm a motherfucking member, bitch. All right. So I'm not a member of many channels. I've been a member, though, of JLR's channel since Idaho 4 because I valued his boots on the ground. And I was like, hey, that's when we started talking. And so, yes. Now, check this out. I wanted to show you guys this new merch line. Okay. Now, can we get a bigger pic than that? I wanted you guys to see the JLR Army peeps. Okay. And then there's even better shit. Where can I hit this? Where can I go to? Where's the store at? Hold on. Oh, boy. Okay, here it is. Can you guys see that one? Okay, this is a good one. So these here it is. Come on in. I've been asking him to do that. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Finally, we have a hoodie. Come on in. Breaking news. JLR. And then what in the world? Those are his key phrases right there. Come on in. Come on in. What in the world? And then he has boots on the ground, fresh roasted premium coffee. He's got the little doggy. I mean, I don't know who he teamed up with here recently, but somebody was like, hey, we want to launch this. Look at this. The JLR Investigates merchandise store is officially open. And then you click right here, shop now. I want your input. What should we add next? New slogans, designs, limited editions. Okay. I want a pair of underwear. Look at this. Official JLR store. Join the JLR army. Shop now. JLR. There it is. Get your JLR hat. Okay. Then you can just, oh, we already had a sellout. Where's all the shit at? Oh, okay. Maybe I need to, let's go to clothing. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. JLR Investigates unisex garment tie-dyed. Come on in. OMG right here. Right there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at that. I absolutely love him. You can get in the blue spruce right here. There it is. Look at that. Oh, you guys can't see? Oh, what the hell? Hold on one second. Let me open up a different page. I'm over here clicking on all this shit and you guys can't even see it. There you go. There's the cart. Look at that new shirt right there. There you go. Now you can see it. Let's see the accessories. Is it when I change the page? Okay, good. It went with you. Okay. Breaking news book bags. What in the world? Right there. That's not a bad price there. $44.12. Come on in. Get yourself a mug. What in the world? JLR Army. God. Black coffee mug. Inspirational black coffee mug. Breaking news. Breaking news mouse pad. There it is. What is this? Oh, breaking news mouse pad with twist. There it is. What in the world? Grandma bag. Tote. Media. JLR. Snapbacks and tattoos right there. Did he put his face on it? Come on in. What in the world? Jonathan Lee Riches. Oh, yes. Oh, God. We got the fisherman's hat. We got, look at that. The bucket hat. No way. Look at, good job. What is this? Oh, my God. You can get your Bluetooth speaker. You guys listen to JLR out on the beach. Look at this shit. Oh, my God. Breaking news right out of the speakers. Oh, get yourself an umbrella. Absolutely. Golf umbrellas are where they're at. Phone case. Don't leave home without it. We got bumper stickers. Breaking news investigates. We need some bumper stickers. We have a wireless charger. You can just get a sticker for $1.90. JLR Investigates store gift cards. Oh, shut the hell up. Right there. Official member, JLR Army. You're going to get an e-gift card. Okay. I told you guys he started this whole new line. Wanted to share it with you guys. The least that we can do is support JLR when he's out there getting the footage for us. All right, now back on the scene. So promoting JLR. Oh, yeah. JLR investigates. All right, let's go back to. He should be live. Nancy Guthrie.
Today's star, Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, once asked neighbors online where she could find the best outdoor camera for monitoring activity at night before she vanished from her Arizona home. Nancy Guthrie sought help from other people on Nextdoor, a hyper-local social network called Camino de los Candelas. You're saying it's about a quarter mile to the south of Ina and First.
South of Ina?
Yeah, on the west.
I
There's
don't
a lot there.
started.
And then it's like some people.
Lana, what are you gonna order? I told you. I said if they had some thongs, I
I'm
would
gonna
have
go up there and check
ordered.
out. So they were focused up there.
I filled out my my thoughts and comments. We want some JLR thongs. So
Yeah.
love the wackadoodles. What a wackadoo!
She got taken from her bed. But what? How do you determine that she got taken from her bed? How do you even determine that? Savannah says it.
Because all of her
said it.
stuff, her like her ear, her hearing aids are right there. Savannah Guthrie is going to start going back to work, I think. Who's this guy? He's got the mom wagon, sports wagon out there.
Constant signal to anyone. It's not going to my doctor. It's not going to Abbott.
I think the perp looks like he's in his 40s.
Who's All right, let's find out what's going on. Gas there's $3.65 per gallon there. Yeah, I think that's what I think that's actually what it is here. Let's see what Brian Enton, is he gonna stay there? Brian Enton investigates. He totally copied JLR.
What do you think, folks? Continuous coverage.
It's the mystery.
What happened to Nancy outside the home here?
About the internet. Let's talk about it. We'll be right back to JLR here in a second. Now, again, they just have to make up a story even when there's not one there. Who else wants to talk, JLR? We've already talked about this. You guys aren't ready for me. Okay, here's this mystery internet out.
Please click to subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. It is day 34 in the search for Nancy Guthrie. It's Friday today. And there's a really interesting development that I want to tell you guys about. There, at least investigators are looking into, the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Office. They have this task force now.
Good question.
They're looking into a possible internet outage situation
just now
in the area
they're
around.
just now considering that. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Okay. How are they now just considering that? Day 35. Awful.
Nancy's
awful if true.
House around the time that she disappeared, that she was abducted, early morning hours of February 1st. What's interesting is these two Ring cameras. These are from a neighbor's house. And right around the time that Nancy vanished, these Ring cameras, according to the people who live here, showed not available, which I'm told is very, very unusual. That hasn't happened.
Okay. So I have no reason to believe that this is false. He went to their house. He talked to these people. He's showing their Ring cameras.
Happened before. Then they came back online. But during the time, and these are the cameras that are closest to Nancy's house, during the time that it is believed that Nancy was abducted, these specific cameras showed not available. The other cameras on the other side of the house apparently were still working, but these cameras showed not available.
I would have asked to see the not available. Like, do you have a screenshot of that? What is this, Nest? Hold on one second. We can actually look this up ourselves. This is Ring. Okay. Ring a ding ding. Ring.
Okay. That hasn't happened before. Then they came back online. But during the time, and these are the cameras that are closest to Nancy's house, during the time that it is believed that Nancy was abducted, these specific cameras showed not available. The other cameras on the other side of the house, proximity to Nancy's house, you can see that there's all this desert in between. That's kind of the way that the houses are set up here. You know, they're all really, really spread apart, which I've told you guys before. But this is
That's why it's fascinating that they're choosing to be on foot walking from house to house with all these houses so spread apart. I just don't think that that's maximizing time to go talk to people. It's one thing if you were doing like a neighborhood canvas in terms of like searching the area, obviously be on foot, but why they're walking around and that's how they're choosing to talk to people is, I don't know, bizarre.
to kind of show you when I zoom in from where the Ring cameras are. What's interesting is if you look at this picture of the suspect, many have been wondering what this antenna looking device, or looks like an antenna sticking out of his pocket is. Some people have said walkie-talkie. Others have suspected it could be some kind of signal jammer, which could match up with this new information we have about this strange internet outage that may have taken out these 2 Ring cameras at this property close to Nancy. So we know that it is something that the FBI and investigators are now looking into. What's also interesting is where these Ring cameras are located. The people who live in this house, they tell me that at the same time all of this was happening, that Nancy was taken and that the Ring camera stopped working, their dog alerted them to go outside, basically in the middle of the night, which they tell me is very, very unusual.
What? Day 35. This is just coming out there that so the dog of the house was alerting to like barking. Isn't that how dogs alert?
This is not like typical of their dog to want to do that. And woke them up, and they went outside with the dog in the middle of the night, and the dog was actually looking in the direction of Nancy's house.
I just can't. I just can't. We have a dog whisperer, but it's a dog.
Now, whether this is all connected, we don't know, but it is interesting because if there was a signal jammer used, would that have emitted some kind of frequency that would have disturbed the dog, that would have caused the dog to wake up and want to go outside? Again, we don't know, but we know that it is something that the FBI and the detectives are looking into. At least they've been asking other neighbors also if they had any kind of internet outage around the time that Nancy was abducted. I'm joined now by Eric Maldonado. He was with the Pima County Sheriff's Office for almost 3 decades, 29 years. He's also the author of the book, Unnecessary Evil, Echoes of the Badge. Eric, thank you for joining me again. You've been super helpful because you know this area so well, this neighborhood. You've worked burglaries in this neighborhood where I am. I'm outside Nancy's house now. The first thing I want to ask you about is...
he worked 29 years. He doesn't look that old. So he must have just got like, you know, right out of school, high school and started working. So let's just go 19 plus 40.
So one of the neighbors
That's
who lives
pretty-
basically
that's
behind
pretty young
Nancy,
to me.
like you can see Nancy's house from his yard. Their Ring cameras, two of the Ring cameras
You
only
say
in the backside of the house
29 years,
went out
maybe?
around the same
29?
exact time.
29 plus 19. Okay, that's more in the ballpark then. So he's like 50.
That Nancy was abducted. And I also just found out their dog woke them up during that time too, to go outside, which is highly unusual, they say. Like, you know, the dog sleeps through the night all the time, and actually was looking in the direction of Nancy's. What do you make of that?
I think that's a really good possibility. I think that signals detection. Listen, dogs are still probably the best home security system. Like their ability to hear things that we don't is just incredible. It's like they understand the disturbances.
I agree with that.
So,
Totally. Absolutely. 1000%. If you really want to be safe and you care about your safety and you're just like, hey, get yourself a dog. People when they find out that, yeah, no, I'm not fucking with the dog. So, yeah.
the fact that signals were possibly jammed, and you take that and you put it basically at the same timeline when the dog is woken up and he's staring or she's staring in the area of Nancy Guthrie's home, I think that's just more than just a coincidence. And there's technology out there that you can use, cell phone jammers that kind of just jam the cell phone activity, turn them off. There's another jammer that does Wi-Fi, and there's another jammer that basically sends signals to your Wi-Fi that tells your router system that the service is unavailable, and then it tricks your system to believing it, so your system then becomes unavailable, although it really isn't unavailable. So there's different types of technology out there, and I believe wholeheartedly, like, you know, if the dog is up and the dog is kind of acting out of character in the middle of the night when that dog typically sleeps throughout the night, you know, that's more than just suspicious. I think that's a really good indication that someone was probably at Nancy Guthrie's home at that time.
Have you ever come across any signal jammers with the work that you did? I heard like sometimes maybe the cartel uses them.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I have not personally seen it in the field in the cases that I've handled. I was in
There you go. All the stuff that he's ever done, he's never seen it. Hmm.
Investigations for a while. I actually worked in the burglary unit for a little bit, but I did patrol for 25 years in a variety of different assignments in K9 and in search and rescue, and then just primarily assigned to patrol. And I never saw that firsthand, but I do know that that technology is out there. And here's the thing: I did some research on it before this meeting, and this is actually pretty cheap. Like, you can get some of these jammers for less than $50. So, like, on the surface, it sounds like this like space age technology, like it's super complicated. Like, it really isn't. Like, you can probably pick it up on Amazon. You can definitely find it on the internet, because I was searching for it earlier on, and you could find devices for less than $30.
Thank you. $10 for, hey girl, stay strong, supporting JLR. I got 5 on it. Oh, awesome. Want to give a special shout out. Allie Tally. Thank you so much for your Cash App last night. Huge donation to the FOIA Fund. Amazing. Thank you so much, Allie Tally.
And then that kind of brought, that's kind of what got me thinking about it the last time we spoke was, there's a bunch of different theories about what possibly happened.
Okay, so since we were on this Nancy Guthrie, like to find Nancy Guthrie, right? Just a couple days ago, it was the 10-year anniversary of Joey LaBute being found in, he went missing, and then he was found in right over here by where I live in Columbus in the Scioto. And his dad posted on Facebook, and I want to show you guys something, because let me click over, because I was thinking of doing a case with all of you guys, like a cold case, and starting from the beginning and seeing what we can drum up from it, because his dad I want to know why Columbus wasn't able to do anything, or if it was buried because of some shit that was going on. We're going to explain this here in a second, but I want to show you guys just a little blurb from the Joey LaBute case. It happened during the Arnold Classic that goes on down here. He was at a gay bar, and he was with his cousins, and they were all just like hanging out. And literally, he goes to the bathroom. Then he comes back from the bathroom, and then he doesn't like go to where his cousins and friends were like at a table. He just like walks out the door, and literally poof, gone, never seen on another camera, or if they had cameras, they never put them out there. And then I don't remember if it was like a week or two later, how much time now it was, but I went searching and went to the Scioto, and then just a couple days after I was there, he then was found by somebody in the Scioto. So, but it's just always bothered me that Columbus did not come out with anything more about it, from his phone, like who he was texting with, who he was, everything about it. Was he gay? Was he just hanging out? That area is just like, all the bars are gay friendly, so like you'll go there with like gay people, but you're not gay, And so I was just wondering if it was like, I did my own little stint back 10 years ago, but I was thinking, since his dad posted and he was like wanting to like do something about it, I was like, if I had a family member, I could probably get a lot of shit, but I would need because the family members would have, X, Y, and Z. So what would you guys think about doing like a cold case like that together, live, and taking you to the different places, and then getting all the information, and then putting it out there so that you guys can actually help dig and sleuth? What do you guys think? Just curious if that would be something that you guys would want to do. I just know that I'm here, I'm in the area, and if his dad came out and posted that he wants to do something like this, so I was like, dude, I'm here, local, he's here, and he could get me access to like a ton of shit. And then whatever we can actually get through like FOIAs and stuff like that. So I was thinking that if I like took the whole channel and like made it so like that would be like a 1 day a week thing for like 3 hours, that it was like that we started from the beginning. I took you guys to the location, and then see what friends we can interview with, shit like that. So, what do you guys think? I think we might be able to make some I also just know some people in the community. So here, if you go to Joey LaBute, I just want to show you guys a little clip from back when this happened. True Crime Garage did an episode on it, but this was like let's go.
In the short north Friday night or into. The search continues for a 26-year-old man now missing for more than 3 days. Joey LaBute Jr. was last seen at a bar in the short north Friday night or into Saturday morning. NBC4's Olivia Fecto is live in the short north with how businesses on High Street are pitching in to try to help find him.
Okay, so that's Union Cafe. That's where he was.
Olivia?
Well, Colleen, here on High Street, businesses say someone disappearing like this is unusual. So what happened here over the weekend at Union Cafe is surprising to them and to his family.
Panic arose because this is not something he would do.
Julie Holly considers herself Joey LaBute Jr.'s Columbus mom. She says her nephew disappeared after a night out at the Union Cafe.
When he didn't respond, that's not usual. Usually it's within, if it's not immediate, it's close. He will answer me.
The Union Cafe says it's turning hours worth of surveillance video from Friday night and early Saturday morning over to police.
Get it on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchats to get his face out there.
Business owners on High Street are now joining in the effort to find the 26-year-old.
I don't remember anything this kind of strange and mysterious happening. Just somebody, just like they disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, Brian Schaefer.
It really is unnerving.
Gallery owner Duff Lindsay says this neighborhood is much safer than it used to be.
Something
It's safe. There's a lot of cameras too.
like this really shakes up the residents and the merchants.
Posters line the windows of shops and restaurants on High Street, all in the hopes of finding the young man.
Anybody that knows anything, whether you think it's insignificant, you saw.
So Joey LaBute last seen at the Union Restaurant and Bar in the Short North neighborhood, Columbus, Ohio, on Friday, March 4th. 26 years old, 5'11", brown hair. LaBute's 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer was found where his friends say he parked Friday night. So that was the other part of it. That, you know, he just walks out. Now, I believe he was on an app. And I believe that he was, you know, if someone says like, I can't find it, or I'm here, or come meet me. The part that I have a hard time with is that he just up and supposedly like left and didn't say to his cousin and his friends like, hey guys, bye, I'm gonna go, you know, to Access or, you know, wherever. That didn't happen like that. But then the crazier part is that his family that was out with him called him after the fact, and one of them I thought got through, and it was a really weird like conversation. And then so here,
Somebody that might look like him, you know, call CPD.
Columbus police say they are busy today collecting possible evidence and talking to people who might have seen this young man this weekend. If you have any information, you're asked to call detectives.
this was 9 years ago. Well, it'll be, I mean, it was 10, but it's been 10 years. But I think what's today's date? The 7th. They didn't find him yet. I think in his, so this is the other thing is when he was found in the water, okay, he's pulled out. Just so we're all clear here, if you have water in your lungs, okay, then that means you were alive before you went into the water. Right? And he didn't. He didn't have water in his lungs. And so therefore he was dead before he went in the water. That's my understanding of the case from my memory. And that's when I was going crazy. I was like, well, then he fucking was put in the goddamn water. He didn't fall in. This wasn't he was drunk and stumbled into there. If he doesn't have any water in his lungs, he died before he went into that water. And that would lead to hello. That's like they weren't labeling his like a homicide. I have to pull back a bunch of this shit because it's been like 10 years. But I was really heated over that. I remember being pissed about why aren't we talking about that more?
We'll post that number for you on NBC4i.com. Live in the short north, Olivia Fecto, NBC4.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Columbus, and his dad posted on social media on the 6th, March 6th. It's a really sad story because then like everybody started dying around this family on the same damn day. How crazy is that? Like, let me read you this post that he posted on Facebook. I still keep tabs on the families that so it was a really bizarre Joey LaBute. Okay. March 6th, my father, so this is like so his dad's writing this. So his basically Joey LaBute's grandfather. So on March 6th, my father, my uncle, which is dad's brother-in-law, my nephew, Johnny, my sister's Karen's son, and my kitty Romeo all passed on this date. Quite possibly my son Joey as well. Okay. Now, when he wrote this is 13 hours ago, I said, wait a second. I know he went missing before the 6th. Okay. And so I know that his dad believes how I believe it. That anyways, all of these people all died on March 6th in his life. Joey LaBute's dad's father, his uncle Bill, which is his dad's brother-in-law, my nephew Johnny, who is his sister's Karen, her son, and my kitty Romeo all passed on this date, which was March 6th. Quite possibly my son Joey as well. Tried to find something good in history and was reminded the Alamo fell as well. If I could skip this month. That's what he wrote. It was like 13 hours ago. Then 2 days ago. Exactly 10 years ago at this very moment, Joey was captured on camera walking out of the Union Cafe in Columbus. Presumably the last time he was seen by anyone other than his killer or killers. He was last heard from at 1:22 a.m. March 5th, 2016. Unsolved Mysteries has been in contact with me regarding an upcoming podcast on his case they want me to participate in. Nothing definitive as of yet, but I will provide updates as they become known. So I was always under the impression that he did not, like the dad was, you want to let, however someone's family wants to handle something, you just, hey, okay. When I saw this, I was like, I didn't realize that his dad, okay, let's go. Like, I'm down. Like, I'll help you and I will get everything possible from the Columbus Police Department. So that's, and then he posted 2 days ago, he posted all of Joey's like baby pictures and it's just, it's super sad. And then some weird woman wrote, "Hi, how are you doing today?" to him. "I don't know what's going on my Facebook account. That's why I messaged you here. Please just send me your WhatsApp number so we can chat on WhatsApp." I want to know who this woman is. Anyways. So I think I'm going to reach out to his dad and I think we can help. I mean, if anybody can help, fuck, we can help. That's your best odds. It's going to be something like this, like a group effort. And then posting as much stuff as we can online and then seeing who we can get to come forward. But yeah, so I was going through his dad's page the other night. It's just really sad. But every year at the same time, he's a big traveler. He likes cruises. He likes to travel. Oh, here it is. He did a was trying to get to last year's one that he posted. He goes on Facebook a decent amount, which is good. Let it all out. His dad's name is the same. It's Joe LaBute. They called him Joey. He was Joe. You can find him on Facebook. It's public. Please just don't bother him with craziness. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm thinking yes. All right. Here's another. This is
able to go to the bar to buy a drink. He was never seen again. LaBute was 26 years old, a graduate of Ohio State University. As you can see in this map, the Union Cafe is in downtown Columbus, about 100 miles south of the I-90. It's located roughly between the downtown of Columbus, Ohio, the river, traveling from northeast on the map to the center of the map and then down farther south. It's important to remember in this case.
just Scioto. I'll take you guys there.
Joey LaBute was last seen on the early morning of March 5th, 2016. He didn't make it to his car as it was found parked in the same place he had left it Friday night. The following clips are local TV reporting following the disappearance of Joey LaBute. March 8th.
Developing now, police are trying to solve the mysterious disappearance of a Gahanna man who vanished over the weekend. An intense search is now underway to bring this young man home safely. NBC4's Marcus Thorpe joining us live from the last spot where Joe LaBute was seen. Good morning.
And good morning. Yeah, right here at the Union Cafe about 4 days ago, actually, and certainly troubling for friends and family as they found his car just a short spot away from where we are here, but it hadn't been driven. It was in the exact same spot where he left it. And now the businesses here in the Short North also getting involved, putting out flyers, trying to get anybody that has seen him to make sure that they let folks know they're trying to find him. He has not been returning calls or texts over the last 3 or 4 days. Now, according to the Missing Persons from Ohio Facebook page, LaBute was with a couple of his cousins on Friday night here at the Union in the Short North. Family went down to the Short North area looking for his car. As I mentioned, they did find that, but no sign that he had been near there. Now, family members worked hard on filing reports, too, with Columbus Police, as well as making sure Gahanna Police were aware of the situation. And on that Facebook page, friends say it is very out of character for him not to be making contact with anyone.
March 9th, 2016.
Columbus police are hoping that hours of surveillance video provides clues to what happened to a man who went missing this weekend. Joey LaBute Jr. was last seen at the Union Cafe on High Street in the Short North. NBC4's Olivia Fecto is live at Columbus Police Headquarters tonight with the latest on this investigation and how LaBute's family is handling all of this.
The 26-year-old was last seen at the Union Cafe on High Street in the Short North.
Kind-hearted, very, he's social and has a lot of friends, very likable, but he's not on the bar scenes, if you want to say.
His aunt, Julie Holly, says LaBute works full-time at Morgan Stanley and is a graduate of OSU. 4 days after his disappearance, she and other family members are beyond worried.
March 10th, 2016.
I hit people up from that place back in the day. I bet you if I look through my shit, I can find some old Facebook messages, private messages saying, hey, did you work with Joey?
It's been nearly a week now since Joey LaBute Jr. was last seen at a bar in the Short North. Today, his friends and family are speaking to NBC4 about their fears. The 26-year-old was out with cousins and friends at the Union Cafe last Friday. And that's where Olivia Fecto joins us live tonight. Olivia, his family must be terrified.
Yeah, Allie, we and they are still waiting for Columbus Police to release the surveillance video from here at the Union Cafe from last Friday night. And his family.
Maybe we could actually reach out to this girl too, Olivia, and see if she'd be willing to do like a 10-year, recap and see what kind of old footage she has. They have so much beef film that they don't even know would be like pertinent.
For Columbus Police to release the surveillance video from here at the Union Cafe from last Friday night. And his family tells me they are hoping to see that video soon. Right now, though, every day that passes is amplifying their fears that something may have happened.
Okay, so all I can tell you is that one of my good friends was a bartender at that time. I went in there and he said, Lana, you know we have cameras everywhere. And I was like, yeah, so what's the deal? Like, I know you have him leaving here. And I know you have the timestamp. So why aren't we releasing that? He's like, I have no idea what's going on, but it is just not right. Do you want a double or a single, Anna? And I'm like, I want you to tell me what's going on. So am I going to have to be here for a minute? Because then I'm going to take it one by one and I'll get a single. Is this going to be quick? He's like, yeah, just hang out. I have to wait for so-and-so to leave. Trust me, like I was trying to get inside shit back in the day.
Just want to come home.
Through the years, Stacy Regal says her cousin Joey LaBute Jr. has been like a brother.
We would argue. We would have fun. We would laugh. We would play video games. Like we would
Karen.
We've always been really close.
The last time she saw her cousin was Friday, the night this photo was taken. Regal says she was out with her husband.
Okay, look at this. This is there. So they took a picture together that night, okay? And so she's there. Her husband's there.
LaBute and others in the short north.
He was really happy when we got there, and we just had a good time. Like we were singing and dancing, and the next thing I knew, we were trying to get a hold of him and couldn't.
His disappearance has left family members and friends confused and fearing the worst.
We don't want to go there, but we just don't have a lot of answers.
His half-brother Patrick says Joey is a gentle, easygoing person.
And he would never go out of his way to do anything to anyone. So just thinking about him out there and that someone would want to do that to him, if that is, that's where our minds are going.
From family members to longtime friends like Justin Mertz,
He works at Short North. He works at a cafe. Okay, listen to this.
emotions are intense.
It's scary, super scary.
A surreal situation.
Fucking just wild. And I was like, what? I was like, that's the interview that they put on with what?
It's crazy. You don't think that something like this is ever going to happen to you.
One they hope will be over soon.
Dude was rolling
March
on
11th,
whatever.
2016.
Surveillance video that
You know they never put out like a timeline? Like, where was he at this time? Where was he at, to start off his night?
police had hoped.
Like, you would ask for, like, hey, we're trying to get a timeline on Joey. So if you have been hanging out with him, like,
provide some clues to what might have happened to a missing man is virtually unusable. That's the latest from police a week after Joey LaBute Jr. was last seen. Tonight, in an NBC4 exclusive, LaBute's parents speak out for the very first time. Olivia Fecteau is live in the Short North with their story. Olivia.
Well, detectives say the video from inside the Union Cafe is poor quality and that the bar was crowded that night. As the search for LaBute enters the 1 week mark, his parents say they are still hoping he'll come home.
He wouldn't put all of us through this for.
No.
I mean, if he could come home, I know he wouldn't. He wouldn't be doing this.
Liz LaBute has been Joey LaBute Jr.'s stepmom since 1999 when she married his father, Joe.
He's our boy, and we want him home.
The 26-year-old has been missing since last weekend after a night out in the Short North. His relatives and friends can't figure out what happened, and for a few days they were just confused.
He's probably just somewhere he's going to come back.
Maybe that's, and even though that also would not be like him at all, it's still, when it was only half a day or 2 days, it was like, okay, maybe he'll show up at work on Monday morning.
When he didn't, worry set in.
There's nothing normal.
No, I haven't gone back to work. I haven't been at work all week. And frankly, I'm not sure how I'm going to go next week.
With support from friends and the community, the family is spreading the word and handing out flyers, hoping their son will return safely.
We love you, and we're trying to get you back.
March 12th, 2016. On March 12th, 2016, 1 week after the disappearance of Joey LaBute, 200 volunteers scoured the neighborhoods of Short North in the Arena District near downtown Columbus, Ohio, looking for Joey LaBute. March 27th, 2016. On March 27th, 2016, the Columbus Dispatch published an article indicating the search for Joey LaBute was still continuing. March 30th, 2016, a body is found in the Scioto River south of downtown
Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio.
That's exactly where I was. Exactly where I was. See that table right there? Mm-hmm. I knew he was going to end up right here, and he fucking did. And so I don't believe that anybody put him in right here. Obviously, he was like up in the middle part of like where the water is in the middle. There's like, this is like a bad shot, but I believe that somebody put him up. I'll take you to the different areas. And that he eventually would like keep, going further with the, it's calm though. It's not, it just depends on when it would rain but
as you all know, we found a body today, and it is the body of a male in his 20s. We have now investigation where we believe there's some type of suspicious death. I can't tell you the extent of that suspiciousness, but we have a male in his 20s, and we don't know why he died. So we've made a preliminary examination of the body with the coroner, and now they've taken the body to the coroner's office, where it's scheduled for an autopsy in the morning. I would assume late morning we will be able to positively identify this body and try to determine exactly who it is. And obviously at that point, we're going to continue to try to figure out the circumstances surrounding this death. Our Special Victims Bureau, they've been conducting, as they always do, conducting an investigation into missing persons. And so one of the elements to their investigations that they're conducting is they wanted
there. Okay, you see how there's like that middle
the dive team, the Columbus Police dive team.
See right there, how it separates. Yeah, he was lodged up on some like roots and stuff up along there.
And this was one of the bodies of water that they wanted to check. My understanding is the dive team came out early this morning and probably got going late morning, so they started a systematic search of this particular body of water.
You can see the Union Cafe at the top center of the map with the star. That was where Jolie LaBute was last seen on March 5th in the early morning at 12:30 a.m. And the body was found in the Scioto River south of downtown Columbus, at the bottom of this curve.
It's Scioto, but see how right there you could see in the map where it splits. You could see down here, right here. That's right where he was. I don't know. I think he has it marked wrong, but I think that's up closer here. Greenlawn. Yeah, his mark is it's right where that split is
would
in the
have
middle.
had to have walked or left the bar.
He didn't
and made it there.
He didn't
that
walk.
Same night.
No, that's not what happened at all. What happened here is that I believe that he was put in, and I'm going to take you guys to the location where I believe that he was put in. And right where I believe he was put in, there was all these smiley faces. Shit you not. So if you guys want to really go down that route of like smiley face
Would
killer,
have had to have walked or left the bar and made it there that same night without being seen. Very unlikely.
where Nancy? What up, DB?
This is the part of the Scioto River where the body was found. You can tell that this is where the police launched their boat. The body was found somewhere
right
in this part of the curve of the are
Yeah.
very shallow.
Right there.
And
Whoa, listen to that again.
it was in relatively pretty good condition.
Whoa, listen to that again. A body in water starts decomposing within about 5 days, and it was 3 weeks since Joey LaBute was last seen.
It didn't seem like the body was too decomposed. It was in relatively pretty good condition.
No noticeable wounds on the body. Gunshot, knife.
I shouldn't comment on that at this point, but
Well, you're going to comment now on it. We're going to talk all about it.
Again, we believe it's a suspicious death.
This is good news. Many other suspicious water deaths are considered deaths by misadventure or suicides and not investigated by police from the beginning. The suspicious nature of Joey LaBute's death is being treated properly by the Columbus Police Department.
So I'm not really sure.
You couldn't make a positive ID, so obviously no wallet, no ID, nothing like that on him.
No.
I'm not saying that, but I know we definitely cannot make a positive identification.
He was bloated, I believe, if I remember correctly.
County coroner confirming today the body recovered from the Scioto River earlier this week is that of 26-year-old Joey LaBute.
Okay, so now picture this. He disappeared. Now, this is why I believe that it's got zero like press / like let's act like this didn't fucking happen. It was the Arnold Classic going on that weekend. Okay, the Arnold Classic. Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger. People come in from all over the world, not just the country, the world, to compete in this shit. Okay, it's absolutely out of control, but it is like hub for wild shit always happens, I swear, in the first weekend of the month in March because of this event. These people that come also that aren't even competing, but they come to watch it are fucking wild ass people, like the Jerry Epsteins of the world. Okay. Sorry, just facts. And so that was what was going on also that weekend that this happened. And of course, do you think that Arnold Schwarzenegger and everything that goes on with the Arnold Classic is going to want any bad press around, you know, basically the anniversary of this is the annual event every year. Okay. I believe that this is another reason that this case was because I think Joey was on an app. I think Joey was communicating with somebody on an app. He could have been communicating with lots of people on the app and like Yik Yak and whatever, Tinder, Grinder, all that shit. People, when they're traveling, they turn it on when they're in areas and then you can start matching up shit like that because it doesn't make any sense that Joey would have just left out of the blue by himself because you can see him leave. They eventually show it that he's leaving, that he would leave by himself and not say anything to his family and friends that he was there with unless they're not coming clean with if there was like an argument or like, okay, I'm leaving, or like if there was a reason that he wouldn't have come, you know, and said bye before he left. But for him not to immediately, like if when they were calling him, he was not responding. And again, two things could be true though. If I just got into it with you, I'm just going to ignore your calls, you know, whatever. But the family swears that that's not the case. But there was somebody at the bar that I think something was weird with. His name's Matt. We'll get into that.
Yes, Dwayne, there's definitely a great feeling of sadness and loss here in the Short North area tonight. There's a vigil that's being planned by community members here at Goodale Park, like you said, and some of those people are also businesses that helped reach out to the family and search for Joey LaBute when he went missing over 3 weeks ago.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire family.
Karen, thank you so much.
Chief Marketing Director for the Union Cafe, says the community is coming together to remember Joey LaBute.
They didn't do shit. Fuck that. I'm gonna get all into that. Okay, this guy, fuck him. First of all, Karen, 20 members we just added because of Karen. $999.99. Karen, you sexy thing. Thank you so much. I've been in this bar so many times and this dude just getting lit.
It's not just, you know, me or you know, or you. It's all of us, you know.
Look at this.
We take it very personal, and that's something you don't get everywhere.
Okay, Sam, well, I want to talk about access. I want to talk about, did Joey go to access and did you guys not give law enforcement the cameras for access? Because it was a very highly, like what people did is they came to Union first and then you go across the street and right behind there's like a dance club. Okay. And that's what people were notorious for doing. So if they were to leave here and like just run across the street to go into access to like dance and shit, like I wanted to know if they got the access cameras and did Joey go in there? Because that's the only thing that makes sense. If you were to leave Union and like that you'd be like running on over to access because you'd be meeting friends to do like the dancing part.
LaBute was last seen at the Union Cafe on March 5th.
He ran that
Several
place too.
businesses in the Short North came together.
And then in the basement of access is where a whole bunch of crazy ass shit would go down. That's what I was personally told by people that had been personally at these VIP parties that were after hours. And now if you guys ever think that like Epstein and Wexner and them.
Help the family spread the word about his disappearance, handing out flyers and posters. And then Tuesday, a body was recovered in the Scioto River.
Through search efforts and posting, it's gone national news. And then today, we got the official news that the body that was found was Joey's.
Schisler says he didn't know LaBute personally, but has staff who are friends with him.
It could have been my son, you know, it could have been my nephew. It could have been one of my friends that I helped.
On March 31st, 2016, the Columbia Dispatch published an article stating that Joey LaBute likely had died prior to going into the river. And this was a statement made by...
How does this not get crazy ass attention? Okay, exactly. There is a high probability that Joey LaBute Jr. was already dead when he went into the Scioto River. And that came from the Franklin County coroner. I got to give this guy props. He did really good with his timeline and putting the interviews and press conferences in order. I'm going to write him. He did a really good job with this. He needs to get some praise for that. This stuff is really helpful, like down the road, looking back at it now, you know, saves me a lot of time. I mean, I'm going to add to it, of course. We're going to get a lot more, but this at least gives you guys a nice little intro.
By the Franklin County coroner, Anahi Ortiz.
See, my memory hasn't faded. Look at that. I knew it. That's what made me go irate. I'm like, hello. Because that's what made me get pissed. I was like, somebody in the community murdered him. You guys understand that? And I want to know if this was a hate crime or not. And I want to know why it's getting pushed on the rug because of the Arnold Classic. Because I think somebody from the Arnold Classic was messaging with him. That's what I think. That's my gut. And I want to know if that's the case, you'd have been able to get onto Joey's, all of his crap. And did they like preserve and save all this shit in the Columbus Police Department? Who did you interview? Were these people like well-known people? Did this get buried because these people were fucking well-known and had money? It's bullshit.
The recent death of Joey LaBute fits the profile of what's known as the smiley face killings.
Two detectives say that they can link the murder of a Minneapolis college student to the disappearances and deaths of dozens of college men across the country. When you finish watching this story, make sure that you click on all of the links to the exclusive web content in the center of this page. All of this has been a mystery until now.
Patrick McNeil, Chasky Moan, Dak Kazicki.
All across the country,
Michael Knoll.
The stories are all the same.
Brian Welzin.
An athletic,
Craig Burrows.
Intelligent,
Adam Felkin.
well-liked college student goes missing. Family and friends launch a massive search. Weeks or months later, the young man is discovered drowned. In more than 40 cases, the deaths are blamed on a drunken accident, except for one.
Chris Jenkins.
The death of Chris Jenkins in Minneapolis is the only one where the cause of death was changed from an undetermined drowning to homicide.
The level of evil that we're dealing with here is rampant, it's deep, and it's widespread.
Because of evidence, two retired New York police detectives uncovered in a cross-country investigation. Jan Jenkins now says she knows exactly what happened to her son Halloween night 2002.
Chris was abducted in a cargo van. He was driven around Minneapolis for hours and tortured. He was taken down to the Mississippi River, and he was murdered.
What the fuck?
Kevin Gannon and Anthony Duarte are the retired cops who say they've discovered a link between Jenkins' death and the drownings of at least 40 other men in 25 cities.
Look at Ohio, isn't it? Look at that.
In 11 different states. In city after city, at that crucial spot, they say they'd find the killer's trademark, a smiley face. This one they believe is from a crime 8 years ago in Wisconsin. They found this one in Ohio. This one in Pennsylvania years ago in Wisconsin. They found this one in Ohio.
I'm going to take you to where I know I have pictures of it. I have to go and get my other devices. I know I took pictures when I went searching for him because I went and did a bunch of stuff when this happened. And I talked to like 2 homeless people too. Homeless people know a lot of shit. But I wanted to be able to link the smiley face killer to this. I wanted to know what was going on in these areas at the time, like people that are traveling. And it's not necessarily do I think that it's a one person doing it. I think it's what people were interested in doing in their little fucking sick ass lifestyles that they were, but I just felt like the Columbus police with this case, it's like, come on. Like, nobody just goes, and it gave really bad press, and it should have given more bad press to the area. But the media didn't like go get it. Like, the media needed to go after it. And what did they do? They backed off. And that tells me that somebody higher up is telling them to back off. You understand? Capiche? Like, and I think right now we might have some vulnerable people because of the whole Epstein files coming out. I think maybe we might be able to shake some trees.
Ohio, this one in Pennsylvania, and this one in Indiana. They believe this one is the most recent, found in Iowa. The paint color and the size of the face varies, but the detectives are convinced it's the killer's 6 signature. The detectives believe the large gang operates in small pods based in different cities. That's why the killings are clustered. In Minnesota and Wisconsin, 18 young men who fit the same profile have disappeared since 1997. The majority in La Crosse, Eau Claire, Minneapolis, and St. Cloud.
Adding to the high strangeness of Joy LaButte's death is that a similar disappearance took place 10 years ago, to the date, right down the street with a similar fact pattern. A young man having drinks at a bar disappears out of the bar, and the surveillance equipment sees nothing. On April 1st, 2006, right before closing down, Brian Schaefer disappeared out of the Ugly Tuna Saloona on High Street, just north of the Union Cafe where Joey LaButte.
His body, though, has never been found. Brian Schaefer's body has never been found.
It disappeared.
But it is just like where the Ugly Tuna Saloona was back then, and compared to Union, that's 1,000%. That's how close they were.
Schaefer was about 1 year older than Joey LaButte. The surveillance equipment at the Ugly Tuna Saloona failed to show Schaefer leaving the bar. His body was never found.
Michael McKee was at school there at Ohio State when Brian Schaefer was there. Just also throwing that out there.
Schaefer's girlfriend at the time of his disappearance is in this next video.
So it has been almost 10 years now since that night that he disappeared. We were in medical school, in our first year of medical school, actually, in class. And I thought he was cute, and one of my friends told him at a concert, and then he called and asked me if I wanted to go and have dinner and study. That's how it started. Well, it seemed like it was a pretty good, normal relationship. I mean, I spent time with his family, he spent time with my family, and I mean, a lot of it was all very medical school, centered. That night, I talked to Brian on the phone, and he was getting ready to go out with his friends. So they see him get there. They see him go up the escalator to get to the bar, but nobody ever sees him leave. We made missing posters and we started hanging them all over the place. And then,
they were supposed to go to Miami the next day on like a spring break trip. Like,
there, we just started searching everywhere. We looked, up and down the Olentangy River. We looked in every dumpster that there was on campus. I just remember I was very brokenhearted and just very scared and didn't really know what to think.
I was hoping that she would have talked more about if she thought Clint was involved, his friend.
But I think the main question always came down to, is he dead or did he run away? Those are the two main, something happened and he just either ended up somewhere nobody could find him or somebody got rid of him. And that always made them think it was somebody that, that could have known him, or, it wasn't just a random thing, or did he just take off?
Yeah.
I think I think it was close to a year before I stopped calling the phone.
Isn't that crazy?
I think about a year after that was when I finally said, okay, I got to stop. And so I, would occasionally, but really stopped, calling the phone.
The disappearance and death of Joey LaBute and the disappearance of Schaefer are within the geographical area of the I-90, where other young men have disappeared only to be found later in water.
Brian Schaefer was never found, has never been found. I don't believe that Brian Schaefer ran off. His mom, I don't think that he committed suicide. Bizarre. But his mom had just died from cancer. He was just out with his dad for dinner that night, and then he was meeting up with his friends.
Keep an eye on the Joey LaBute case. The Columbus police could establish that Joey LaBute was murdered and dropped in the river, thereby influencing other police departments around the country to reconsider rushed conclusions made in disappearance and drowning cases.
They won't do shit. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think? I think we should look into the Joey LaBute case. I think the Epstein case has influenced me to want to take a peek at what was going on in that area at that time in 2013 to 2016. Good, I'm glad we all agree. Souther 75. I like it, right? I just know that I'll be able to take you guys, and it's all local. So, yeah. Going back now, again, it's because his dad just posted, so that has a lot to do with my decision. His dad wants to know, his dad wants to talk about stuff, and maybe people just haven't asked some of the right questions as well. There's been no timeline that's ever been really laid out in a good storytelling way, and to even just understand. Also, I want to understand what they did in the investigation to get to the point that they've gotten. Okay, is this a cold case? What if they call, when I put in a FOIA request, if they even said this is an active case, I mean, I'm going to blast them. Active my fucking ass. Okay, there's been nothing in this case. Nothing. So we can do a deep dive. And like I said, his dad posted on social media the past 2 days, and he's willing to talk and work with, whatever. So let's do it. Oh, and by the way, JLR is not missing, you guys. JLR is perfectly fine. He is right here. Okay. Where he needs to be in Tucson. Tucson John, he wants you to call him now. So we're going to call him Tucson John. And we'll JLR doing anything right now. Peace out. And I'll start posting stuff about the Joey LaBute case from anything and everything I get my hands on.
The other day, I think Wednesday at the bus station.
Well, anyway, so he tries to give me some elaborate story on how he just bought it for $4 something. I'm assuming he said 4 grams, and some lady's like, "Oh, that's worth $40." There's like 8 homeless people right there. And I was like, "Oh, so you just traded my some drugs for my stolen ass ice chest?" Excuse my language.
What?
For my stolen ice chest. And he's, "Oh," I was like, "Hey man, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you some money. I'll be right back." So I grabbed my ice chest, I put it on my scooter, and someone else was like, "That's a badass scooter," and I just rode off. I was like, "Hey, excuse my language, guys. Do you guys ever cuss on here or no?"
Cuss?
Yeah. No.
Oh, family friendly.
Okay.
Family friendly. Jared's like, my show is family friendly. Okay, no cussing. No cussing over here. It's a family friendly show. Who's this guy? What's going on? He's just a biker in the area. Who's JLR been hanging out with these days?
fucking asshole we got it running the country.
Foxborough have only just agreed to host it still.
I mean, this is about Nancy. This is, we're trying to find Nancy and hear from people. And sure.
I think this is real simple, and I think everybody's complicating this. Is that I honestly think, in my heart, no pun intended, that this is a person that has an obsession with Savannah, and had probably emailed Savannah or had stalked Savannah a little bit. She blew him off, or something happened, and he said, "Okay, I'll get you. You don't want anything to do with me? I'm going after your mother."
Whoa.
Because she seemed like in one of her videos, and it might have been the last one, she seemed like she was trying to be very,
Nope.
I mean, she seemed like she was trying to show some empathy towards the kidnapper or the person that did this. I felt like her tone and her posture was saying kind of like, "I'm sorry I blew you off," because she said,
I don't think so for
"We
Charlie
get
Butte.
it." And I just feel like that's Gizzy.
Yes, I did.
I just feel like that it's really that simple. All these cartel and other theories coming through, I just don't believe in them. Mine is, it's very simple. I think it was a stalker, somebody obsessed with Savannah. Savannah showed him no attention, and he said, "Okay, I'll get you, and I'll get your mom." Now, as far as the details, I'm not going to even try to get into those, but that's my theory.
Appreciate your time. You be safe there. Tell your cat I said hello. What's your cat's name?
Gizzy.
Gizzy?
Gizzy.
Gizzy.
Give Gizzy some nice fancy feast.
Gizzy eats all day long, believe me.
All right. You have a very blessed day.
You too. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate
Aw.
it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Gizzy, go get it.
I heard a cat.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah, I appreciate the call.
JLR just coming in with the taking calls. I actually, he's
Kishti.
smart.
Kishti that makes music.
He's
I'll give you a
smart.
call.
Email me your number and I'll call you. He's like, I ain't putting my number out here. Email me your number and I'll call you. Cause then he'll probably, block the call. So shit if I'm not going to do it like that. That was smart as hell. Here, email me.
Yeah. And we,
And I'll call you, Also he has to do it like this because he's going live from his phone and it's really hard to add. You can't really control a screen, and
the lack of information leads to speculation.
he does all.
But
I wouldn't want people coming up
the
there
location
and showing like their dick pics and.
Live outside Nancy Guthrie's home. We're still here. It's pretty quiet today. Anybody want to talk?
Oh, he needs somebody? I'll write in. I'll tell him I'll talk to him if he's looking for somebody. Let's see. Oops.
Michael White. I'll give you a call, Michael White. What do you have to say?
What the?
Michael White.
Come on, Michael. Where can I type in here at? What the hell is going on? Oh, you want to know what case is?
Come on in, Michael White.
Sick? Is that Caleb bastard from Tip City? What a little fake fuck. Okay. Crying ass bitch. Caleb, go cry on fucking American Idol, you sissy prick murderer. How about that? Go watch those go watch those body cams. I mean, what a sick ass. Go sing a song. A little narcissistic. What a little God. His wife was 10 times better looking, 10 times more likable, jealous little prick.
Simple, stupid.
Yep.
And So I always think, we're either drugs or cash. It's typically, where we're at. And all the theories, I've heard them. I'm not going to offer, anything else other than, Luke had like 10 layers on, right? He wasn't exposing himself, which is kind of weird. I've been mentioning and haven't been able to, get through because the chat is crazy. But there's a guy out there, Dr. G Explains. Have you seen him on YouTube? He's a body language.
I have not. No.
Okay. So anyhow, if you get on his YouTube, he's a body language expert.
Dr.
He
G.
does all the high profile. He's done the Clintons, and he actually broke down Savannah's video when she was talking and stuff. I don't know. I sent him an email. I'm sure many people have. It'd just be interesting if he could break down Luke.
Break down Luke. You guys want? I don't know how anybody. I mean, have you ever watched him talk? Now we are here. Let me see if I can find it. The one they did on Savannah. Let's see. Dr. G explains it all. Maybe we're not talking about the right one. I'm talking about. Oh, we're not talking about the same guy then. I thought he was talking about that. Oh wait, does he do? Oh yeah, this is definitely not who I was talking about. I like him.
Just my opinions. In addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. All right, let's go. On January 31st, 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped. What we're going to be analyzing today is footage of the kidnapper. We're also going to be talking about the psychology of the kidnapping.
I want to hear what you talk about Nancy Guthrie. I thought you were going to talk about Nancy. Breaking down how Nancy talked. No. Okay. I don't care what people think about the that video. We're just as much as experts as they are. Nobody has even caught on to the fact that the camera was salvaged to be used for a ransom video. That's how far behind these people are. So until they can kind of catch up like that. Caleb Flynn. I just want to play this one little part. Well, fuck.
In the case
Right
of the
there.
former worship leader and American Idol contestant accused of killing his wife inside their home, into their house, and
Step forward.
You want evidence? What's that? Even though he is emotional and
Step forward.
You want evidence? What's that? Even though he is emotional and beside himself when police arrive, officers are not buying his story. I'll show you why they believe this church-going family man is an alleged killer. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
Okay. In the glove box.
Okay.
I mean, this woman is on it. The woman is on it. She's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me go outside of the truck. I want to show. I think he gave the girls, I'm telling you, he had to have given the girls like some type of like Benadryl or some shit. They were still sleeping when the you got two dogs in there. As soon as I saw when they had two dogs in there, I'm like, yeah. And she's in the bed. Yeah. Where's the gun? Now, from this, though, I cannot tell. Is that his mother or is that her mom?
Give me a squad to look at you. That's why I come just to look at him.
The girls don't know. The girls are saying this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do either.
I'm just a little in shock. Yeah, I think.
Do you want to sit down on the steps?
Do you have a blanket? Can we get him a
Yep.
blanket?
Yep. A blanket.
Jay-Z's like, give me my chinchilla. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Who walked around in the back?
What's that?
Who walked around in the back? The deputies?
That was,
None of us had walked around in the back?
no,
Do you not want us to?
I don't.
I'm waiting to still find out where is the gun. Where is the gun? Does anybody know where the gun is? Okay. Where's the gun?
I was waiting for dogs out here. We got 2 dogs out here. I just had them go around and put up, I don't know, Colt might have went around some to put up the tape.
Yeah.
If that would have been it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, choice they could bring a drone, but we don't know what they were looking for. I mean,
I froze, and then I ran, and the door to the garage was wide open, and then I.
How long were you here before we got here? Like 20 seconds?
yeah, not too long.
Okay.
'Cause I think I seen your guys' lights.
No cars came driving out.
No,
Okay.
I didn't see nothing.
Wait, I didn't see anything either. All down high.
And
I didn't see
I
anything.
came first one. It came in. I started going fast, and they said,
Yeah. Yeah.
I hit my siren.
Oh, yeah.
Then I turned the siren off and ways down, so
Yeah.
I didn't scare no one.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't find it the first time.
Well, the side door is what's open.
It's open still.
Yeah, it is. There was a fridge in front of it. Now, in following this story, it was clear that on the surface, Caleb was the last person who so many people thought could do something like what he's accused of doing to his wife. Caleb was actually once an American Idol contestant. He appeared on the show in 2014.
Gives a fuck. He sucks.
I got one. Thank you. Kind of told you. So we for touch DNA for stuff.
Look at him. Look at him.
Left at the residence. This would eliminate you. Like if that way, if the crime lab they see it and they're like, okay, no, this matches the homeowner. So we need, or it doesn't. So now we have this other profile. We got to try to find out who that is. So sterile.
What a moron.
New package
Was the reason they decided to arrest.
It's like a home invasion and went bad or something like that. So, all right, let me check with the detectives real quick if they need to ask. But yeah, you can go.
You go by your clothes.
All right. Step forward.
You want evidence? What's that?
Turn
We want
around for me,
evidence.
sir.
We're not going to discuss.
What evidence? What evidence are you arresting him on?
Okay.
Put your hands together for me, like.
Did Patrick call you? What's that? Did Patrick call you? Now.
Did Patrick call you?
Okay.
Put your hands together for me, like.
Did Patrick call you? What's that? Did Patrick call you? Now. I didn't know that he was calling. His lawyer's supposed to be calling right now. Okay. Yeah. We'll get in touch with him. I'm being cordial. I'm being cooperative. So, you know, you want to give him a hug real quick?
Stay strong. Stay strong. I wonder if the church is going to raise the $2 million, whatever the percentage is. Patrick is his lawyer, I believe, but
Come on. There's no evidence. You know how much you got that one. You're going to do it.
there's no evidence.
Sam.
I mean, they arrested him pretty quick, you know?
Sir, do you have anything that's going to poke her?
I'm curious if they interviewed him because none of that obviously has come out.
Any sharps or anything?
And then the other thing I thought was weird was
This has to do with murder victim
You see there we have News Center 7's Mike.
Tip City Police focused on running a complete and thorough investigation into Ashley Flynn's death. That means the department actually even called in help from county deputies, Ohio BCI, even the FBI. The chief said his detectives followed the evidence, and doing that changed how they treated Caleb Flynn.
Put your hands together for me.
Police brought Caleb Flynn to the police station the same day as the shooting.
Being cordial and being cooperative.
Detectives fingerprinted Flynn, but explained that it was just for comparison purposes, since they knew his fingerprints would be all over his house. Flynn asks about getting his phone back.
My parents are coming from out of town, like my phone and everything.
Oh, okay. So see right there, my parents are coming.
About getting his phone back.
My parents are coming from out of town, like my phone and everything. I think he gave his phone number without a search warrant or anything like that, from what I'm understanding. But so that means the person that he was hugging was her mom. Oh my God, you sick fuck. That was her mom. That's all I wanted to know. When I haven't filed this case. But I should say, let me take that back. I haven't covered this case. I filed it because I was like, they're going to arrest this man. Like, come on. What type of a man is in a home and your wife gets shot, but she's shot in the bed? Okay. Like, where were you? How did you not get shot? And he's claiming that he ran. What type of man runs? Like, wouldn't you try to, I don't know, tackle the person that was coming in? Bizarre, whatever. So I just cannot believe that the person that he was hugging was his mother-in-law. Ugh.
From out of town, like my phone and everything.
We'll see what we can do about as far as like getting it back to you. It's kind of standard for us to, collect everything.
Listen to how he just lied up. It's kind of standard for us to collect everything. Oh, well then I guess you can go get a search warrant. I just want my phone back. Like, he would have had to give that phone back. You can take back consent, whatever. But maybe they had a search warrant already for his phone. I don't know. I'm just guessing for as quickly as this would have been. I don't think that they would have had that yet. I think that he voluntarily gave that over. I'm curious about that.
Flynn is then free to go.
As soon as we get updates, as soon as we know something.
And then he had to take the clothes that he had on off and gave it. And so he had like a different set of clothes, which is like, I'm like, where'd he get those clothes from? Maybe they're his friend's clothes. Who knows?
Police returned day after.
I know they did not let him back into that home.
After day to the house, gathering more evidence, receiving more test results, doing more interviews. 3 days after the crime, once again, Caleb Flynn was brought to the police station and fingerprinted again. This time, officers walked him to a garage and a marked pickup truck.
All right, sir, if you can have a seat for me.
The cruiser camera video shows this.
They printed him again?
This is a trip from Tip to Troy in the Miami County Jail. Flynn is walked over to a scanner that is in the intake garage at the jail. Corrections officers then open the doors and usher him into the jail. Flynn would be booked in on charges of murder, felonious assault, and tampering with evidence. Back live here.
Curious where that gun is. All right, guys, that's going to call it a wrap here. Start back from the beginning. Go check out JLR's all new line. Nancy, where are you? Nobody knows. And wait till tomorrow when I deep dive for you guys. I'm going to bring us all up to speed on this Shanna Gardner case, because the ATF basically show us everything that they use. And so it's like when you're looking at a case like Nancy's or who's ever, we get a really good look and sneak peek of how this all operates, right? Because Florida is just so transparent. But what it's going to actually show us is that ATF and Jacksonville Beach police detectives, everybody that was working this case, in the Shanna Gardner case, Jared Bryan case, Henry Tenen was this, oh yeah, I confessed to shooting Jared. Dude, they knew that Henry was not the shooter. They knew it. So I kind of just want to start from the beginning, and I've made a quick, hey, we can get through all of this in an hour so you guys can have, I weeded out all the stuff that doesn't matter. And this is, I want to show you guys a path on how this all happened and how the prosecutors kept hidden from the defense attorneys everything that mattered in this case. in the Shannon Gardner, Jared Bridegan case. And what I mean that is they were hiding ATF reports. They were hiding what agents from the ATF were working on the case from jump. It's disgusting. And I'm going to show you how they coerced Henry Tenen and then how they lied to the defense attorneys about what Henry Tenen ever told them in this false confession. It is absolutely just unbelievable. But this is a case that we're going to actually see it all the way through the finish line because Jose Baez, Diane Menashe, Patrick Crody, Jesse Dresser, these defense attorneys, there's no plea deals. There's no, this isn't going to trial. Jose Baez is going to open up DA Nelson's entire special prosecuting team in this case. They're going to open up that ass live for all of us come August when this trial kicks off August 8th. So I want you guys to be all brought up to speed, ask your questions, know this case because this is corruption. This is how people are railroaded into making false confessions and how they actually know who could be potentially the shooter. Okay. Go after that person. Go after that person. Why didn't they? Well, he was an ex-cop. Wait, what, Lana? Yeah. Stay tuned. We're going to break it all down, but it's ridiculous. Until next time. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Go Columbus Crew. Home opener tonight. Yeah. What are you saying? He didn't do it? Henry Tenen did not shoot Jared Bridegan. 1,000. No. That's correct. Peace.